The situation regarding Kilmar Abrego Garcia is highly volatile and characterized by a direct conflict between the Trump administration's immigration policy and the U.S. legal system. Despite being released from federal custody while he awaits trial, the Department of Homeland Security has signaled its intent to deport him to Uganda. This move is seen by his legal team as a vindictive and retaliatory measure, particularly because it came after he rejected a plea deal that would have sent him to Costa Rica. A federal judge has ordered that Abrego Garcia's lawyers be given a 72-hour notice before any deportation, providing a window to challenge the move. This underscores the legal battle that is far from over. The case has become a flashpoint for critics who accuse the administration of overstepping its authority and violating due process. The ultimate outcome hinges on the courts, which are now the primary battleground for this and other similar immigration cases. The stated reason from the Trump administration for seeking to deport Kilmar Abrego Garcia is based on their position that he is in the country illegally and, in their view, is a dangerous individual, a claim his lawyers and family vehemently deny. They have also accused him of being a member of the MS-13 gang and a tireless smuggler of migrants. However, Abrego Garcia's legal team has argued that the real reason is a vindictive and retaliatory act. They point to the fact that this move came immediately after he was released from jail and rejected a plea deal that would have sent him to Costa Rica. His lawyers allege that the government is trying to punish him for challenging his wrongful deportation in the first place, an act the administration has acknowledged was an administrative error. The threat of deporting him to a country where he has no ties, does not speak the language, and would face an uncertain fate is, according to his attorneys, a way to coerce a guilty plea. The primary consequences of the Trump administration's attempt to deport Kilmar Abrego Garcia to Uganda are legal and political. The move has already triggered a new court battle, with his lawyers arguing that it is a vindictive and unconstitutional act. A judge has ordered that the government must provide his legal team with 72 hours notice before any deportation, which provides a window for a challenge. This case sets a precedent for how the administration may handle future immigration cases where individuals refuse plea deals or challenge wrongful deportations. Politically, the case has become a major flashpoint. It is being used by critics of the administration to highlight what they see as a disregard for due process and the rule of law. It also draws attention to controversial third-country deportation agreements the U.S. has with nations like Uganda. The case underscores the administration's hardline approach to immigration, with critics arguing that it prioritizes punishment over established legal protections. The immediate solution to prevent Kilmar Abrego Garcia's deportation to Uganda is a legal one. His attorneys have filed motions to dismiss the charges against him, arguing that the prosecution is vindictive and selective. They will also likely seek an emergency injunction to block his removal, leveraging the court order that requires the government to provide his legal team with a 72-hour notice before any deportation. His lawyers can use this time to argue that deporting him to a third country with no ties is an unconstitutional act of retaliation. For a more permanent resolution, the federal courts must determine if the government's actions constitute an abuse of power and a violation of due process. A favorable ruling for Abrego Garcia could set a significant precedent against the administration's hardline immigration policies. It would reaffirm the principle that individuals, regardless of immigration status, are entitled to legal protections, and that the government cannot use deportation as a tool to punish those who exercise their constitutional rights to a trial.